Hello students, in this session we will learn about conditional statements in Python. In the previous video of writing simple programs in Python, you learned how to write a simple program which contained almost 5 to 8 lines where the program will be executed in a sequence, that is line by line. Now, how the statements are chosen in a conditional statement, this is what we are going to learn in this session. What are conditional statements? These are the statements in Python that provide a choice for the order of execution based on a condition, which means not all the lines will be executed in a program. Based on a given condition, which line has to be executed will be chosen. So depending upon the condition, the statement will be chosen for execution. To achieve this, we have a statement called the if statement. So there are different kinds of conditional statements. The if statement, the simple if statement, if else combination, if elif else combination, and nested if statement. So these are the different types of if statements. Let's go to learn about if statement with an example. Now, to do an if statement, you have to learn the syntax first. Remember, if has to be written in small letters. It's a keyword. If, leave a space and give a condition. Based on that condition, the block of statements will be executed. Once you write if followed by a condition, don't forget to put a colon here. After you put a colon, whatever statement you need to be executed following the condition should have an indentation space here. So you cannot type right down here. After the if statement, the if block, the statements that has to be executed should be given an indentation. For example, suppose you're going to say hello. If say for example, you're going to ask the user to type the password. So password equal to input, enter the password. Enter the password. Suppose the password is 123. If password equal to 123, that is, if the user has typed 123 in this input statement, you will say hi. So print hi. Suppose if it is not correct, nothing will happen. The program will stop. So if you simply type print hi instead of giving an if statement, ask the user to type the password and simply print hi, what will happen? First the user will be asked to type the password, then you will simply say hi. You are not going to check anything with the password. But here you will check the password. This is the condition for the password. If the password is 123, if it is correct, which means this condition is true. If this condition is true, you will print hi. So, if you simply write two lines one below the other, the first line will be executed first and followed by the second line. But when you have an if statement, the first line is executed and this line will be executed only if this condition is true. Suppose the user has typed something else but not 123. This hi will not get printed. Let me show you. See, password. Enter the password. It's asking me to type the password. I'm typing 12345. Now I'm checking if the password is 123 colon print hi. Now look at this. After the if statement, leave a space and give the condition followed by a colon. After the colon, whenever you have a colon here, which means you need to give a block of statement which is given after a specific indentation using the tab key. You can find the tab key just above the caps lock. So use the tab key to give this statement. Now, what is the output of this statement? Nothing. Why is it not giving anything? Because I have typed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but here I check if it is 1, 2, 3. Now let me do the same statement again. I give a password 1, 2, 3. Now I will run this if statement. Now we get a message hi. Why? Because the condition becomes true. I've typed a password of 123. So this is what happens in an if statement. Now, here I typed a wrong password, but I did not have a choice. It simply stopped without showing me anything, whether the password is correct or not. Nothing was given here. So if the password is correct, I need to print hi. If the password is wrong, I should have some alternate option. For that, we have another statement called the if else statement. So the syntax of if else statement is if followed by a condition colon. If this condition is true, what are you supposed to do? Give the statements here. You can give either single statement or two lines or 4 lines or 10 lines, whatever you want. Give it after leaving an indentation. All the lines should be indented to the right side like this. A space or tab space should be given. Else, if and else should be straight here. After else, again give a colon and give a set of statements. Suppose the user has typed the wrong password. What are the statements to be executed? That you have to give here. Let me give a practical example. Now, let me write a program. Ask the user to enter two numbers, int of input and int of input. A equal to int of input, B equal to int of input, and print A plus B, print A minus B. Now what will happen in this program? It's a sequential program. What do you mean by that? First you will be asked to enter a number, another number. Once you type these two numbers, the sum of the two numbers will be printed and the difference of two numbers will be printed. All the four executed one by one. But I don't want this to happen. I'm going to give a choice to the user whether you want to find the sum or the difference. So we will give a choice, and based on the choice I'm going to give a different output. So these two lines will be repeated as such: A equal to input, B equal to input, and now we will accept the choice. What is the choice? Say C, ask the user to input, press 1 to add. I'm going to give a choice. 2 to subtract. Right? So now we've given a choice. So this choice is typed by the user only when the program is being run. So you don't know whether the user is going to press 1 or 2. So based on the input, you're going to change the program. So how is this going to be done? If C, that is what the choice, if the choice is equal to, for equal to you have to give double equal to for equality. If C is 1, which means if the user has typed 1 for the choice, remember after the colon, this statement shouldn't be given here. It should be given after an indentation. So you have to push this statement after a tab space like this. Right? Print A plus B. So if the choice is 1, I'll print the sum of two numbers A plus B. Else, suppose the user presses 2. So we will give else, which means other than 1, if the user presses, let us assume the user presses 2, you will print the difference. So if the choice is 1, it's A plus B. Other than 1, it is A minus B. Now what will happen if the user presses something else? Suppose the user presses 3 or 5 or minus 10 or 0, something else. For that we have another statement. First let me show you how this works. So you will ask the user to input a number. Then ask the user to input another number. Then accept a choice. Press 1 to add, 2 to subtract. Now check. If C is 1, if the choice is 1, you will find the sum of the digits. Else print A minus B. That is the difference of numbers. Now let me run this program. Enter a number 45. Enter another number 12. Press 1 to add, 2 to subtract. I'll press 1. It shows 57. The same program 45, 67, 2. I'm subtracting it. So choice is minus 22. But the problem now is, see, let me show you. First number, another number is 12. Now press 1 to add, 2 to subtract, but we don't have the control over the user. So let's see, I'm pressing number 7. The choice is 7, but it has subtracted. I didn't give choice 2, but the computer simply subtracts. Why does this happen? Because if the choice is 1, here I am very strict. If it is 1 alone, you have to add. But for subtraction, I have not given any specific choice. I have simply given else. For anything else, you subtract. If the choice is 1, add. For anything else, you subtract. This is actually program is not correct. So we have to give, if the choice is 2, then subtract. So for that, you just change it to elif. Else if, this is how it goes. Else if the choice is 2, print A minus B. So I think now I've given 2 strict choices. If the choice is 1, print addition. If the choice is 2, print subtraction. Now I'll show you what happens. Enter a number 12. Enter another number 10. Press 1 to add, 2 to subtract. Now I'll press 7. See what happens? Nothing. Why? Because I've strictly told that if the choice is 1, add. If the choice is 2, subtract. But the choice is now 7. So nothing happens. But we shouldn't stop the program like that. We should give a message for that too. So how can we handle this? So maybe, see, I will add another choice. Press 1 to add, 2 to subtract. When you give a choice like elif, you have the choice of adding many more choices like this. An elif statement can continue like this. If elif, 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 you can go on adding statements. And look at this. There is a final else. There is a final else here. What about this else? Suppose the user's input doesn't match with any of these conditions, the final statement is the else statement. This is actually compulsory for a good programming. You have to follow this. So I'm going to give more choices here. 3 to multiply, 4 to divide, 5 to find the exponent. Something you can give the choices. That's it. So elif choice equal to 3, print A into B. Elif choice equal to 4, print A slash B. Now I've given 4 choices, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've given the statements, respective statements. Suppose the user doesn't press 1, 2, 3, 4, the user types something else. What should happen? That is the one that you have to give under else. So under else, you give print, sorry, wrong input or wrong choice. Whatever error message you need to give, type it here. Or you want to give some default operation, else print A exponent B, or some default statement you can give. Now see, enter a number 34, 12, 4. I'll give a choice to divide. Now the same statement, 34, 23, say number 7. The choice I'm giving 7. So it says sorry, wrong input. So I hope now you understand how the if statement works. So I've given 4 choices, 4 conditions, but my input doesn't match with any of these 4 conditions. So the control goes to this one. So observe the if statement. There are 4 print statements, but all the 4 will not executed every time. Based on the condition, any one statement will only get executed, right? So if the condition is 1, it will print and come out of this if statement. It will not get into all this. The program control will not enter into the other statements. If the choice is 1, that's all. The other things are false, so it will come out. Now let us see an example how and when to use if statements. Okay. The same program, I've given a program to find out discount in a given bill amount. So look at the first kind of program. Write a program to input the bill amount and calculate the amount to be paid after 10% discount. Now observe this question carefully. In this question, you are required to input the bill amount and find out 10% discount of it and subtract the amount and give the amount to be paid. In this program, there is no use of if statement at all because there is no condition to be checked, either or condition or any amount to be checked, nothing. You just have to input the bill amount, calculate the discount, amount to be paid. So how do you write this program? Enter the bill amount, int of input of, enter the bill amount. Then you just calculate 10% of the bill amount and print the amount to be paid, which is the bill amount minus discount. Just 3 lines for this program. Now, the same program, I've modified the question a little bit. Write a program to input the bill amount and calculate 10%, the same like the previous program, but the condition is calculate 10% discount for amount more than or equal to 5,000. So if the given bill amount is more than 5,000 or equal to 5,000, then you have to calculate 10%. For less than 5,000, give 5% discount. Now the formula changes. Here it is the same for all bill amounts, so there is no need for an if statement. But the same program, here you need to check the amount and calculate accordingly. So here you just have to add an if statement after inputting the bill amount. You just have to check if the bill amount is given what, more than or equal to 5,000. So if the bill amount B, variable B is greater than or equal to 5,000, don't forget to put a colon. You have to calculate the discount. What is the discount? Discount is equal to bill amount into 10 by 100. For less than 5,000, so you should write, you can simply write else. Why am I not giving elif bill amount is less than 5,000? Suppose the bill amount is not more than 5,000. Now obviously it is less than 5,000. So you can simply give an else. No need for any condition because there are only 2 conditions. If a number is not more than 5,000, the number obviously should be less than 5,000. So else the discount is the bill amount into 5 by 100. So based on the bill amount, either this formula will be calculated or this formula will be calculated. Now after the if statement, you finally print the amount to be paid is rupees and calculate the bill amount minus discount. Suppose you want to inform the user that he or she is being given a 10% discount, you can give a print statement here. Congratulations, you get a 10% discount. Here you can say congrats, you get a 5% discount. So the message will be printed and the discount bill will be calculated. Okay, the same program, here I have given 4 conditions. Input the bill amount and calculate the discount based on the this condition. Greater than or equal to 20,000, then 20% discount. If it is between 10,000 and 20,000, 10%. 5,000 and 10,000, 5%. Less than 5,000, no discount. So let me directly show you how to do it in the program. So first, I will input the bill amount, enter the bill amount. Then if the bill amount, the first program, the simple type of program, if the bill amount is greater than or equal to 5,000, you can first say how much discount you're going to give. So 10% discount. I'll first print a message and then calculate discount is equal to bill amount into 10 by 100. else. If it is not 5,000, then I'll print 5% discount. I'll give a message and then find out the bill amount, which is into 5 by 100. It is 5%. Now finally I have to print the amount to be paid is rupees and calculate bill minus discount. So let me run this program and show you the output. The bill amount is say 12,000. So see the message, 10% discount, amount to be paid is 10,800. Suppose the amount is just 2,400, 5% discount, and the amount to be paid is 2280. So this is how the program works. Now let us change this program for the third type. That is, if it is greater than 20,000, then it is 20% discount, which is 20 by 100. Now there are totally 4 conditions: more than 20,000, between 10,000 and 20,000, between 5,000 and 10,000, less than 5,000. So totally 4 conditions. When you have more than 2 conditions, you have to use if elif. So for the second condition, elif, bill amount is greater than or equal to 10,000, and whenever you get a between condition, you have to use and b. Again you have to repeat the variable here, and b is less than 20,000, right? Then it is 10% discount. Then I'll have to give 10 by 100. Again the next condition, elif, I'll just copy and paste this. And here the condition says between 5,000 and 10,000. If it is so, I'll have to give 5% discount. 5% discount, so bill amount into 5 by 100. Now check this, the amount is not more than 20,000. If the amount is not between this, if it is not between this, obviously what is the meaning? I have entered some low amount which is less than 5,000. So you have two options. You can either type elif b is less than 5,000, or for the last condition alone you can simply type else. Else print no discount. Both will work. Either you can use an elif or simply give else and give discount equal to 0, and this will work automatically. Enter the bill amount 25,000, which means 20% discount, amount to be paid is 20,000. Here I have given 14,000, so 10% discount. Now I'll give 8,000, 5% discount. Now I'll give 2,300, which means no discount, the amount to be paid is the same 2,300. So this is how you have to use if and else according to the question. When you don't have any conditions in the program, no need to use if statement at all. When you have only 2 conditions, what are the 2 conditions? This or that, either or. Either it should be 10% or either it should be more than 5,000 or it is less than 5,000. So only 2 conditions, simply give if and else. When you have more than 2 conditions, go in for if elif. And when you use if, elif, for the last choice, you can simply give an else and stop. So if the amount is greater than 20,000, if elif amount is greater than 10,000 and less than 20,000, elif amount is 5,000 and less than, finally else you just give the statement. No need to give the condition for the last one alone. Hope you have understood. This is how you have to use if elif. Now the last topic is a nested if statement is used when you have an if condition within another if condition. So how to understand when to use a nested if statement? I'll give you an example. Let us take for example the same discount program. Now I have a shop, and in the shop we have some mobile phones and laptops that are for sale, right? Mobile phones and laptops. Now, suppose the user is going to buy a mobile phone. For mobile phone, I have a different range of discount. If the mobile cost is more than 30,000, I'll give a 10% discount. If it is less than, more less than 30,000 and greater than 10,000, I'll give 5% discount. Otherwise, no discount. When the mobile is less than 10,000, 0% discount. This is the condition which is applicable for mobiles. Suppose the user is buying a laptop, the range will differ. In that case, I'll give a discount of 10% when the laptop is more than a lakh. For 1 lakh rupees, I'll give 10% discount. If it is between 50,000 and less than 1 lakh, I'll give 5% discount. If the laptop is less than 50,000, no discount. Now hope you understand now the condition. So first I have to check the kind of item the user is purchasing. So for the first if statement, I have to check if the user is going to buy a mobile or a laptop. So use an if statement to check if the option is a mobile or the option is a laptop. If the option is a mobile, then I have to check 3 other conditions. If the option is a laptop, I'll have to check 3 other conditions which is applicable only for laptops. So within an if statement, I have to give another set of if statements. This may not be only 3 ranges. Maybe I'll give a range of 12%, 10%, 8%, 5%, maybe more than 3 conditions also for laptops or mobiles. Maybe for laptops, I don't give a discount at all unless it is more than 2 lakhs. I'll have only one range where I give a discount. For the rest of things, I don't give a discount at all. So there will be only one condition which is inside a laptop. I have to check. If it is a laptop, I'll give only an if statement within this. So for this, we'll have to use a nested if statement. So let us see how this program will work. First, I'll have to ask the user whether the user has bought a laptop or a mobile. So I'll have to check what item it is. Press 1 to bill a laptop, 2 to bill a mobile. So first we'll have to check if the user has bought a mobile or a laptop. If the user has bought number 1, which is a laptop, what are the statements? If it is a laptop, I'll have, say for example, I have only 2 conditions. Above 2 lakhs, 5% discount. Less than 2 lakhs, no discount. So I'll check now. Ask the user amount, int of input of, enter the price. If the amount is greater than or equal to 2 lakhs, then print 5% discount. I'll give a message and then calculate the amount. Discount is equal to amount into 5 by 100. Then else, suppose the laptop amount is less than 2 lakhs, I'll print say 2% discount or no discount, depends on the shop, and print discount equal to amount into 2 by 100. Now that's all. The conditions for laptop is over. After this, we'll print the amount. Print amount for laptop is amount minus discount. Else, what is this else for? This else is for, suppose the user has not chosen a laptop but the user has chosen a mobile, then check elif the choice is number 2. Why am I giving a choice 2? Suppose the user, the bill person is not giving either 1 or 2, some wrong value, then it should not evaluate. So elif choice is equal to 2. The same thing you can just copy and modify. But the conditions will change. Enter the price. If the amount is greater than 50,000, then I'll give 10% discount. and calculate 10 by 100. Elif the amount is greater than or equal to 30,000 and amount is less than 50,000, I'll give 5% discount where the amount into 5 by 100. Now I'll have one more condition, the final one, which is just an else. That is, if the amount is less than 30,000, I'll print no discount because it's just a mobile. So no discount and say discount equal to 0. Oh, here I made a small mistake. I should use dis. I changed the variable. The discount is 0. And finally, the amount for mobile is amount minus discount. So the simple program, if statement, within that I'll give another if statement. This is the actually nested if program. Okay, let me run and show you. Press 1 to bill a laptop. So I'll first bill a laptop. The price is 2,30,000. 5% discount and the amount of laptop is given here. The same program, I'll bill a mobile and give the price as 44,000. And it says 5% discount and the amount for mobile is 41,800. So depending upon the condition, the amount is calculated. So this is how an if statement works in nested conditions. So this can be extended. This will also be useful for your projects. When you do a project, when you bill an electronics shop, when you prepare the billing for an electronic shop, you will have different kinds of categories. So obviously you need to go in for nested if statements because you will have electronic items, household items, furniture and lot of other things. So you will have a big list of choices. Press 1 for this, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You will have a wide variety of choices. Then you will have to go in for if and nested if. Hope you understood the concept of if statements. Thank you.